if we're talking about an upset, if we're talking about something that was like all to see, something that I felt like was almost too good to be true, common sense to a degree, it's Nikita Krylov getting a finish over Alexander Gustafsson. Now, did I think it would come in the form of a TKO? No. I did think that his best path, get him to the ground, and then take his back and submit him. But Krylov, man, when he started throwing hands, it was a little troubling because Gustafsson, I mean, there was 26 total strikes for Krylov. Only 5 total for Gustafsson. And as soon as Gustafsson was getting touched, man, it was like that indomitable chin, that iron chin he had just was nowhere to be found. And that's when Daniel Cormier hops on Twitter and says, hey, Gustafsson, man, it's time to hang it up, bro. You just don't got that chin anymore. You know, your heyday was when, you know, I was the champ, when Jones was the champ. Maybe you should just, like, give it a rest, you know, and develop the newer fighters, you know what I mean? I know you're fighting out at the All-Star Training Center with Khamzat Chimaev. I know that, right? But that doesn't make up for the fact that Alexander Gustafsson is how old, right? You know, if I pull it up right now, it actually shows that he is, what do we got? 35 years old. Damn, not super old in the grand scheme of things, but there's a lot of wear and tear on those tires. Not in the number of fights, but in the damage accumulated during the fight. Were you surprised to see Krylov literally just kind of stiff Gustafsson the way that he did?
Absolutely shocked. Especially for the fact that Krylov came out like a dervish, man. He was literally just going, and when they get a little bit of space, he closed that space instantly. I was very shocked at the style of striking that Nikita Krylov was presenting, with how much pressure he had, not letting Gustafsson breathe, and with how short that little uppercut was up in the middle that actually slumped Gustafsson. I you know, kind of feeling away, because you're right, man. When the chin goes, it's really hard to watch a lot of these fighters that you've watched a million times take whoopings. You know, somebody that is heralded as beating John Jones but not actually getting the dub. Seeing him go out like this, man, it's a rough one. It's a rough one to actually watch. And I also think training out of such a place. I forget you said the name of it, but training with Khamzat, training with all those killers over there. Maybe the chin's getting touched up a little too much. You know, maybe you might need to go the Max Holloway route, not really have too many sparring sessions. But I feel like if you're in there with the dogs and you're in there with Khamzat, you're sparring, you're getting it. You know, there's a lot of things going on. Maybe not. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, who knows, man? It's All Stars Training Center is where he trains out of. But who knows? I don't know, because he did get rocked early on in the fight. He got dropped. He got back up. But in that little clinch scenario, I felt like it's just, they say the ones that hurt you are the ones that you don't see coming. So I think that's where it comes from. The dirty boxing, man. You just got him in the clinch and you bring up, boop, and drops him, and that was it. And then it was kind of mercy by the referee of the fight, man. But yeah, man, Nikita Krylov, though, this is what I was saying the whole time. I was like, this is the dude you don't want to fight, because he doesn't, I mean, he has a number next to his name. He's been ranked forever, but he has no name value, but he's one of the most dangerous fighters in the top 15. So it's just like, it's a bad combination, especially for Gustafsson, who hadn't fought in, 2 years? You know what I mean? Like, that's just not, you go from wanting to fight, or you go from fighting Ben Rothwell to Nikita Krylov. That's just two completely different, universes right there. So, this is another one where it was 1 minute and 7 seconds, right? So it's just like, there's not much to say on the fight other than Nikita Krylov is that unheralded dude that I've been saying for a long time. You got to watch out for the dude. I picked him to beat Magomed Ankalaev when they fight, man. And you know how big of an Ankalaev fan I am. So you can see, man, when they got the goods, man, you got to back them. But yeah, Alexander Gustafsson, I think that it's safe to say we'd all be happier if maybe he hung it up, you know what I mean? So we didn't see him go the Chuck Liddell route, where Chuck Liddell, he had said it. He was all like, man, you reach a certain point in your career where you've taken so much damage over the years, your brain has like an auto shut off to save yourself, right? He says, you're too tough for your own good. So when I start getting hit, I have to shut it off because you're going to endure too much damage. Do you think that's fair when you have the mauler, Alexander Gustafsson, a dude who's known for his boxing? After so many years, man, it just, the brain has to save itself, right?
Oh, yeah. No, I think that's 100% fair. And actually, we saw it in last week's fight card. I forget who it was that was eating the elbows. And then he even said, he was like, oh, well, they must have hurt because I don't remember them.
Oh, yeah.
Your body saves yourself. Your body shuts it off. And then, you wake up a little bit later. And I guarantee Gustafsson woke up in the back and asked, oh, what happened? Like, yep.
Yeah, absolutely. And then if I'm not mistaken, it was it Matt Schnell? Was it Li Jingliang?
It was Matt Schnell.
Matt Schnell. That's right.
Because it was Sumudaerji hitting him.
That's right. Yeah, with those big elbows. I mean, how can we forget? It was just last week. Come back in the century, and we already forgot it, man. Crazy how our fight memories. I mean, we watch so many fights. It's just it's hard. Now I was watching not just fights. I was watching Bellator this week, man. They had some. I mean, a bunch of different promotions all over XMMA, all these promotions.